Right Entertainment brings you the biggest, brightest, and best lineup of characters ever. Switch on to hours of fun for kids of all ages. Out now on video and DVD.
Postman Pat and Jess the Cat are back in 2 brand new adventures. Hop on board with all your favourite characters and meet Pat's new friends, Ajay the Station Master and his family. Postman Pat's Magic Christmas, out now on video and DVD.
Why is Clifford so big? Why does he live on Birdwell Island? And who are his friends? Well, now you can find out in Clifford, the big red dog.
Woo! We can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo it. We can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo, we can QB-dooby-doo it all the day. Yay!
Merlin the magical puppy.
King of the Castle and Other Tales is the fantastic new video featuring more adventures of Merlin the Magical Puppy and all his friends in Sandy Bay, with the brilliant voices of Martin Clunes and Dawn French. Only a wish away. Own it on video today.
It's fun, it's creative, it's fingertips. Now on video and DVD. It's the smash hit show that brings you great makes in easy-to-follow steps. It's
everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
If you're looking for know-how, Fern and Stephen have the show-how. Fingertips, now on video and DVD.
Let's go! Little red tractor, he's king of the fields. Getting his jobs done with Stan at the wheel. He's not the biggest, but he's a hero. Little red tractor, let's go!
Introducing the brand new Transformers Armada.
And let the games begin!
The brand new Transformers Armada series. Collect them now on video and DVD.
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey!
If you like action, comedy, drama, wit, charm and repartee, then you'll love Basil Brush, that's me, unleashed for the first time ever on video and DVD, in all good stores, and none of the dodgy ones. Everybody go boom, boom!
For happy faces and smiles all round. Choose Right Entertainment.
Everybody go boom, boom!
Roll up, roll up! Watch Postman Pat and Jess the Cat in 2 brand new episodes and a feature-length special for the first time on video and DVD. Join in the thrills and spills when the circus comes to Greendale. Postman Pat clowns around. Out now on video and DVD.
Postman Pat and Jess the Cat are back in 4 brand new adventures, out now to buy on video and DVD. Join Pat and Jess as summer comes to Greendale in the Ice Cream Machine, featuring 4 exciting new stories. Postman Pat and the Ice Cream Machine, out now on video and DVD.
Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This week at Spotty's Wooden Company, Bertha is making jigsaw puzzles. Ted puts the picture in one end. And Bertha cuts out the shapes. That's Roy checking the puzzles. Then Nell packs. And Flo stacks. It seems a shame to break up such a lovely picture.
But the fun of jigsaw puzzles is to put them back together again, isn't it?
What do you do with it when you've put it back together?
You break it up and begin all over again.
That seems daft to me. Hey, there's a hole in this one.
That means that there's a piece missing.
You're right. Hey, Ted! Stop, Bertha! There. See?
There is a piece missing. Right in the middle there. Sorry.
Now we'll never find the missing piece. And why not? Because we don't know what it looks like.
It was a piece missing from the tree, I remember.
Ah, but what piece? It was a very large tree.
A piece with leaves and branches on it.
Look here, if there's a piece of the puzzle missing, it must still be in Bertha. Now, come on, Bertha, where's the missing piece of puzzle? Ooh. I can't see it. Ted, why don't you put another picture through? It might dislodge the missing piece and bring it out. What a good idea, Roy. Now, the piece we're looking for comes from about there, so watch out for it. Now, come on, Bertha. There's a piece missing from this one, too. What? A piece of the sky.
Where? Just there. Sorry.
First a piece of the tree is missing, and now a piece of the sky. Oh, I wonder what Bertha's up to.
Very mysterious. Very puzzling.
That's it, Flo. You got the answer.
Oh, I am glad.
Now, how many jigsaw puzzles has Bertha made this morning, Flo?
10 to a big box, that's 40. 4 in this box, that's 44. And 2 here, that's, 46.
46. Roy, were there pieces missing from other puzzles? I'm not sure. I didn't look at all of them. It's your job too. I'd like to bet there's a piece missing from most of those puzzles. Now, come on, Bertha. How many pieces have you got in there? That's amazing. All odd bits making a different picture. I didn't know Bertha liked doing jigsaw puzzles. You know what we have to do now, don't you? What? We have to open all those boxes and make up all those jigsaw puzzles to find out which pieces are missing. Oh, no. It'll take us ages. We can't let them be sold in the shops with a piece missing. Come along, let's get started.
It's better than packing. It's better than stacking.
Bertha, how could you? Upstairs in the offices, Miss McClackerty and Mr. Willmake are getting ready for the decorators. They're covering all the furniture with a sheet, so it won't get splashed with paint.
Well done. That's everything covered. Where have those decorators got to? They should be here by now.
That's the telephone ringing, sir.
Yes, I can hear it, Miss McClackerty. Where is your telephone? Still on your desk?
No, it's on the floor somewhere.
But where on the floor, Miss McClackety?
I can't remember, sir.
We must find the telephone and answer it. The call may be important.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry. It's under the sheet, somewhere.
Right. Don't panic, Miss McClackety. This is what we'll do. I'll go under this end of the sheet. You go under that end. Whoever finds the telephone first answers it. Off you go. I've got it, Miss McClackety. Hello? Yes. Yes, this is the manager. Oh, I see. Well, that's too bad. Well, thank you for letting me know. Goodbye. Where are you, Miss McClackety?
Over here, sir. Who was it, sir?
The decorators.
What did they want, Mr. Wilmake?
They rang to say they're not coming today.
Oh, dear.
Would anyone here like a nice cup of tea?
Yes, please, Mrs. Tapp.
But downstairs, everyone is too busy to stop for tea.
I think most of this puzzle must be missing.
No, I'm sure there's only one piece missing from each picture.
You're just not very good at doing jigsaw puzzles, Flo. Look, I've nearly finished mine.
Have you found the missing piece, Nell?
How could I if it's not there?
Mr. Duncan, the foreman, thinks they're just playing.
Well, what's all this? Playtime?
Hello, Mr. Duncan. We're looking for missing pieces of jigsaw puzzles. We have to check all those boxes.
And those there. And those there as well.
It's going to take us ages.
Why are there pieces missing from the puzzles,
Well, Bertha's been keeping one piece back from each box and making a picture of her own.
See? Bertha has been misbehaving again, has she? Been misbehaving, haven't you?
I think she just likes doing jigsaw puzzles, that's all.
This is no good. It'll take you all week. If Bertha is so fond of puzzles, why don't you let her do them?
That's a jolly good idea, Mr. Duncan. Now, why didn't I think of that?
That's what foremen are for.
In another office, Mr. Sprott and his assistant, Tracy, have been asked by the manager to design a machine that can paint the factory in double quick time.
Will it work, Mr. Sprott?
Undoubtedly. I will take it down to the roller and grinder machine and have it made.
Do you mind if I have a go at designing a different machine, Mr. Sprott?
No, of course not. But this is the one that'll work.
What can we have that will do the job nicely? Easy to control, and we'll do what we say precisely. Torque-operated machine is what we need here. Something I can think of that will run for a year. A torque-operated machine is what we need here. T-O-M, yeah, T-O-M. A torque-operated machine is what I'll do then. A super little robot that can feel like a friend. A torque-operated machine, I'll call it Tom then. T-O-M, yeah, T-O-M. And I am sure that she can work out what I'm trying to do. I'll have to work it out as quickly as I can to get it done. I know that when I get it finished, it can really be fun. Torque-operated machine is what I'll make then. A super little robot that can feel like a friend. Torque-operated machine, I'll call it Tom then. T-O-M, oh, it's gonna be lovely. T-O-M, I can't wait to get it finished. T-O-M. All I have to do is put a little bit in. I've got to give him some eyes. Oh, he's going to have a lovely little face. If I just add a bit here. Oh, this is going to be wonderful.
This is the last puzzle, Roy.
All right, Ted. We're ready.
Is it all there, Roy?
It's all there, Ted.
Do you want to do the last one, Flo?
Oh, yes, please.
Right. Put that into the box now, and we're finished. Well done, Bertha.
Hello, Ted.
Hello, Tracy. What can I do for you?
Do you think you could get Bertha to make this?
Wow, it's a robot. What do you want a robot for, Tracy?
Mr. Sprott has designed a painting machine, but I thought if we had a robot, it could do all sorts of useful jobs around the factory. Could it help me pack? Could it help me stack? Yes. It could even help you sweep up, Roy.
Good. I could do with some help. Very well. Let's see what Bertha makes of this. Mr. Sprott's machine seems to be working well.
A splendid invention, Mr. Sprott. We could paint the whole factory in double quick time.
That's what I thought, sir. Stop the machine when it gets to the door, Panchet, would you? There's a good fellow. I am unhappy to say that I cannot do so, sir. Oh, dear. Something has gone wrong. You'll have to have a green door, Miss McClackerty.
But I don't want a green door.
I will quickly open the door, sir. Then the machine will have nothing to paint. Oh, dear. Turn off the machine, Panchet. Turn it off. I'm unhappy to say that I cannot do so, sir. Push the lever down hard. This I have been trying to do. I will now push the lever up. No, don't do that.
Does it work, Mr. Sprott? Oh!
Downstairs, Bertha has just finished making Tracy's robot. Ah, there you are, Tracy. You're just in time. Is this what you wanted?
Exactly how I designed it, Ted.
What will you call it, Tracy?
Well, as you will be able to tell it what to do, I'll call it Tom. T-O-M. Torque-operated machine. Off you go, Tom.
Wow! Well done, Tracy. Now, do you think Tom could do a spot of painting?
I think so, Mr. Willmake. Tom, will you please paint the walls in Miss McClackerty's office?
What a useful little chap. Good old Bertha. She's done it again.
Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
It is lunchtime at Spottiswoode and Company, and Bertha has stopped work. Tom, the robot, is cleaning. All morning, Bertha has been making windmills. They're a special kind of musical money box. Mr. Sprott, the designer, hopes they will sell a lot of them to people who like to save money. Ted has gone to the canteen, and Flo has gone shopping. Roy and Nell are eating their sandwiches. What sort of sandwiches are yours, Nell?
Cheese and cucumber.
Very nice.
Would you like to try one?
No, thanks. I prefer mine.
What have you got in yours?
Peanut butter and cornflakes.
Together?
Mmm.
In a sandwich?
Yes. Mmm. Mmm. Very nice. What's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. Must taste funny, though.
Where's Flo?
She's gone shopping. She'll be back soon. I think I'll save her one of my sandwiches. I expect she'll be hungry.
This is a jolly good idea of Mr. Sprott's, making a windmill into a money box.
Yes. If you put a coin in the slot, the sails go round and it plays a tune.
Does it? I'll have a go. That's very good. I like that. I'll have another go. Tom likes it too. Does it play any other tunes?
I don't know. I'll put a coin in and see.
It's the same tune.
But it's very pretty. Tom wants to play it.
Hey, how do we get our money out?
I suppose you have to have a key to unlock it.
But I haven't got a key.
Neither have I.
I haven't seen any keys. Bertha's been making these windmills all morning, but she hasn't made one key.
Oh, well, that's the end of our lunch hour. Back to work.
I'll have to tell Ted that there are no keys for the money boxes. Right, back to work. Now then, let's see. Where were we? Ah, yes. Ted, have you got a coin? Yes. Why? Put it in the windmill and see what happens. Very clever. People will like that. No, they won't. People put money into money boxes so they can save it to spend later. That's right. Well, you can't spend it if you can't get it out again. This money box has no key. Eh? There seems to be a lot of money in there.
Yes, mine.
And mine.
And Tom's.
I've just put a coin in too. But we can't get it out again. Bertha hasn't made any keys.
And Bertha's been making windmills all morning.
He doesn't say anything here about Bertha having to make keys. When Mr. Sprott designed the windmill, he must have forgotten. Mr. Duncan, the factory foreman, has come to see what all the chatter is about. What's the trouble, Ted? You should have started work 5 minutes ago. Oh, hello, Mr. Duncan. There's something wrong with the windmill money box. Looks all right to me. Put a coin in the slot and see what happens. Ah, well, I'm not too sure I have a coin to spare. You have to put a coin in to find out what's wrong with it. I suppose so. Aye. Very good. Very good indeed. Looks all right to me. The thing that is wrong with it, Mr. Duncan, is that once you put your money in, you can't get it out again. Oh! Oh! You mean I can't get my coin back? That's right. There's no key to open the back. But There must be a way. It's no good, Mr. Duncan. Well, I better take this and show it to Mr. Wilmeek. And you'd all better get back to work. Good afternoon, Ted. Afternoon, Padgett. Where's Flo?
She went shopping at lunchtime.
Ah. Ooh, she's late back for work.
Yes. I wonder where she's got to. Righto, Tom.
Everyone was busy making more windmills when Flo arrived back, looking very unhappy.
I'm so sorry I'm late, Ted, but I'm very upset.
Why? What's wrong, Flo?
I couldn't buy anything because on the way to the shops, I lost my purse with all my money in it. Oh, Flo, that's terrible. Did you look everywhere? Yes. Everywhere. That's why I'm so late. Poor old Flo. You must be hungry too. Look, I've saved you one of my cheese sandwiches. I'd better take this home with me because there'll be nothing for supper.
Have a good look round, Flo. Maybe you lost it here.
Yes, I will. Thank you, Ted.
Upstairs, in the office, Mr. Duncan is showing the manager and Miss McClackerty how the money box works. Very good. But you say that now I have put the money in, I can't get it out. That's right, sir. You can't open the back. See for yourself. This is a design problem. Miss McClackerty, ring Mr. Sprott and ask him to come and see me. In the design office, Mr. Sprott has just invented a new money box for Bertha to make, and he's trying it out. Now, watch this, Tracy. Ah, good. Good. It works.
Well done, Mr. Sprott.
Thank you. Oh dear, that shouldn't happen.
Hello? All right, I'll tell him. Mr. Wilmate wants to see you in his office. Something has gone wrong with the windmill.
Oh dear, not more problems. I'd better go and see. You see, Mr. Wilmeek, you just can't get the money out. Surely that means it is a jolly safe money box. Something wrong with my windmill, Mr. Wilmeek? Yes, there is, Mr. Sprott. Pop a coin in the slot and you will see. I haven't any coins left. I put the last one into my barrel organ. And I have put all mine in your windmill. And I'm not wasting any more money.
Oh, I will. I like the tune it plays.
Splendid. There's nothing wrong with it. One of my best designs. Now, how do you get the money out of the money box? You can't until it's full. Such a pleasant way to save, don't you think? But isn't there something missing? No, there's nothing missing. It's all there.
What about a key?
You don't need a key. When the money box is full, the last coin you put in makes the sails go around the other way. It plays a different tune. The back opens and all the money falls out.
Oh, that's nice.
A very clever money box, Mr. Sprott. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I'd better go and tell Ted. He's worried because Bertha isn't making any keys.
We'll take it down and show him how it works. Meanwhile, on the factory floor, Flo is still looking for her purse.
I don't know where I could have lost it. I've looked everywhere.
Don't worry, Flo. We'll lend you some money until payday.
Thank you, Ted.
Stop working for a moment, Ted. Mr. Sprott has something to show you.
The windmill money boxes do not need keys to open them. All this one needs is one more coin. A coin, please, from anyone? But no one seems to have any coins left. They've all put them in the windmill. Does no one have a single coin? Sorry. Not one.
The only coins I had, I put in the windmill. The only coins I had were in my purse, and I lost that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Paige, have you got a coin? Yes, thank you, I have several. Paige, this windmill is one of Mr. Sprott's best designs. All you have to do is put a coin in a slot and see it working. In there? Yes, and then see what happens. Bingo! Have I won a jackpot? No, Panjit. That is the money we all put in to test it. I know. Why don't we give the money to Flo as she's lost her purse? A splendid idea. Yes, of course. You must have the money, Flo.
Thank you. Everyone. When people buy the windmill, how will they know how it works, Mr. Sprott?
Because all the instructions are printed on the box.
Well, I never. So it is. I never thought to look.
Remember, Nell, you should always read the instructions on the box.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This week at Spotter's Wood & Company, Bertha is making jack-in-the-boxes. Roy is checking each box, and Tom, the robot, helps. Nell packs each toy, and Flo stacks it. It looks as if Roy is having trouble with this one.
I can't keep this one in, Ted. Push it right down in the box, Roy.
And close the lid quickly.
That did the trick, Ted.
Well done, Roy. Let's see, only 20 more to make.
Oh! Oh! Oops! Catch it, Tom.
Catch it, Flo. It's getting away.
I've got it! I've got it! Oh! I've caught it! I've caught it! But I can't hold it. Come and get it, Roy, before it gets away again.
What shall I do with this one, Ted? It won't stay in its box.
Ah, I see. That's because it's come unstuck. Better put it to one side till we can mend it.
Hey, don't let Bertha make any more till I get this lot stacked. I'll help you, Flo.
I wonder how it came unstuck.
A very good morning to everyone. Good morning, Paget. We haven't finished yet, but you can take those boxes there.
Be careful with them, Paget. Yes, they're jack-in-the-boxes.
Oh, yes, indeed. I will be most careful. They're very springy fellows.
Look out, Paget. While Tom's still looking for the jack-in-the-box and not having much luck, Mr. Duncan, the factory foreman, is having a quiet cup of tea from Mrs. Tupp's trolley.
Goodness me! What have you got there, Mr. Duncan?
It looks rather like a jack-in-a-box that's escaped from its box.
So that's what Bertha's making today?
Yes, but not very well by the look of things.
Bertha needs more glue to stick the jack firmly into boxes.
Roy, nip along to the stores and get a large tin of glue, will ya?
Righto, Ted.
Gosh, that jack-in-the-box must have gone a long way. Well done, Tom.
In the dispatch department, Paget keeps all the things made by the factory before they're sent to the shops. Suddenly, he spots something strange. A hole. I wonder how that happened. Most definitely something's been nibbling at my boxes. Roy comes to the store to get a tin of glue. Paget tells him about the holes in the cardboard boxes. Oh, yes. Mr. Duncan had better know about this. There he is. Roy tells the foreman about the holes Panjid found in the boxes. Holes in boxes! I can't have that. I must tell Mr. Woolmeek. On his way to the manager's office, he meets Mr. Sprott.
Ah, Mr. Duncan, look at this. Something has been chewing at the bottom of my drawings.
Leave it to me. I'll report it to Mr. Woolmeek. In her office, Miss McClackerty, the manager's secretary, is busy typing. Good morning, Miss McClackerty. I've come to see the manager.
Good morning. I'll tell him you're here. Mr. Duncan is here to see you, Mr. Woolmeek.
I'll be right out, Miss McClackerty. Good morning, Mr. Duncan. What can I do for you? I'm here to report strange goings-on, Mr. Woolmeek. Panjid has found holes in some of his boxes, and Mr. Sprott's drawings have been chewed. Do you know what I think? I think there must be a mouse in the works. A mouse here in the factory.
Oh! A mouse!
Why are you standing on your chair, Miss McClackerty?
I'm looking for the mouse, sir.
Mr. Duncan, tell Mr. Sprott to design a mouse trap. We must catch this mouse before more damage is done. I'll tell him straight away, sir. When you get down from your chair, Miss McClackerty, will you please telephone around the factory and ask everyone to keep their eyes open for a mouse? Downstairs, in the factory, Bertha is still making jack-in-the-boxes. Everyone is busy working. They hadn't yet heard about the mouse.
What's wrong with Tom? What's the matter, Tom?
Hey, what's the matter with Bertha? Dunno, Ted. I can't think what's gone into her.
I wonder what made Bertha do that. A funny thing for her to do.
A lot of funny things are happening this morning. Has anyone here seen a mouse?
A mouse? A real live mouse?
Yes, in the factory somewhere, making holes in Panjid's boxes and chewing the ends of Mr. Sprott's drawings. Poor thing. It must be hungry. It's got to be found. We can't have a mouse in the works. Mr. Woolmeek has ordered everyone to look out for it. We don't have to look far, Mr. Duncan. It's sitting by your boot. Oh!
I see it. There it goes.
Where? Where? Here it is. Oh, it's got inside Bertha. I can't see it. Hand me that mop, Roy.
Don't hurt it. It hasn't done any harm.
Thank you, Roy. Now, come out, wee mousey. Don't hurt it, Mr. Duncan. All right, I'll use something else. The mop is stuck in a machine.
Perhaps the mouse has got hold of the other end.
When I say 3, pull hard, Roy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh, dear, oh, dear. First a mouse in the works, and now the mop. Bertha's not going to like this. I'd better go and tell Mr. Woolmeek that we have found a mouse. In the design office, Mr. Sprott and Tracy have finished making the mousetrap. I have carefully designed this to capture the mouse without hurting it.
How does it work, Mr. Sprott?
We put some cheese in here. The mouse comes along here, sniffs the cheese. Yum, yum, it thinks. Some nice cheese for dinner. It walks along the board here, up those steps and onto this platform. The weight of the mouse makes the box go meow. The mouse thinks there must be a cat coming after it, so it runs forward into here. The door shuts behind it, like this, and we have the mouse safely in the cage.
Munching the cheese. Very clever, Mr. Sprott.
I hope so, Tracy. Now, where's that mouse?
We can't start Bertha working again until we get that mouse out of there.
Hello, Ted. So it's gone inside Bertha, has it?
Yeah. We tried everything to coax it out. Will your mousetrap work, Mr. Sprott?
I hope so. I'll put it down here where the mouse can smell the cheese. Now, everyone, back to work. Otherwise, the mouse won't come out. 1 half square equals 2c.
Did I hear a cat meow?
That must be Mr. Sprott's mousetrap.
I'm afraid my invention hasn't worked. Oh well, back to the drawing board.
I bet Bertha could make something to catch the mouse, Ted. A good idea, Roy. Let's see what she can do. There. 4 over 5 over 9 to the power of 6. Bertha's just made another box.
It's not like the other boxes. This one has a hole in the front.
I wonder what's inside it.
That's the mop that Mr. Duncan lost.
How will this catch the mouse?
Oh, yes. I can see what it is. Let's put it on the floor and see what happens. There you are. Just as I thought. It's a mouse house. All he wanted was a warm place to sleep. Give it to me. I'll take it home. My boy John will look after it.
Thank you, Bertha. Another job well done.
Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. So people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This week at Spotted Wooden Company, Bertha is making humming tops. Roy and Tom, the little robot, are having trouble keeping up with her. Whoops! Hey, Ted! Bertha's making the tops so fast we can't keep up with her. Can you slow her down? No, I'm sorry, I can't. You'll have to think of a quicker way of packing them. I wish I could. I'm working as fast as I can. I have an idea, Ted.
Well done, Roy.
This is a jolly good idea, don't you think so, Ted? A very good idea, Roy.
A good way to pack humming tops. I'm being tickled. Being tickled? The top is still spinning inside the box. That's what's tickling me. This makes stacking fun.
There are two very helpful ladies in the packaging department. They pack the orders through, they know just what to do. And these hard-working ladies in the packaging department sing their own little song as it helps their work along.
Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go. Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go.
And these hard-working ladies in the packaging department, with their own sense of fun, they bang the labels on. They know that what they do will always help the business through with their own little song as it helps their work along.
Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go. Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go. Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go. Packing and stacking, no, we don't believe in slacking. We're narrow and long, and we're always on the go.
Stop Bertha, Ted. This one isn't right. Try it again, Roy. It doesn't work properly.
I can't pack that one. I can't stack that one.
It's not quite the right shape, that's why it won't spin. Put it to one side, Roy. I have to make a few adjustments to Bertha. Try that one, Roy. That's a good one, Ted. Mr. Duncan, the works foreman, doesn't look too pleased. He hasn't seen humming tops packed this way before. What's going on here? Roy's discovered a quick way of packing the tops, Mr. Duncan. So I see, I am not sure that I approve. It looks more like clay to me. But this way I test them at the same time to make sure that they're all right.
Before I pack them. Before I stack them. Oh dear! It's the tops. They're still spinning in the boxes.
This was your bright idea, was it, Roy? At least it shows that Bertha is making jolly good tops if they go on spinning all this time. Let's hope they stop spinning before they get to the shops. I hope Flo's not hurt.
I've been tickled all over.
Upstairs in the office, Miss McClackerty is hard at work typing.
Yes, Mr. Wilmig.
Ask Mr. Sprott to come and see me, please.
Yes, sir. Hello, design office. Very well, Miss McClackerty. I'll tell him. Mr. Wilmate would like to see you, Mr. Sprott.
Ah, thank you, Betty. I'll go right away.
Oh!
Oh, my eyes have gone all funny. Tracy, can you see my glasses anywhere?
Where did you lose them, Mr. Sprott?
Since when did you start wearing glasses, Tracy?
I don't, Mr. Sprott. They must be yours.
Thank you. And do try to keep the office a bit more tidy, will you?
11 o'clock. Time for a tea break, Miss McClackerty. Oh, good. I'll give Mr. Willmake a buzz. The tea is here, sir.
Thank you. I'll be right out.
I've got some fresh currant buns or donuts, or if you prefer, some nice cucumber sandwiches.
Good morning, Mrs. Tamp. I'll just have a cup of tea, please. Ah, Mr. Sprott, just in time for a cup of tea.
Here you are, then. That's another 2 teas.
Thank you, Mrs. Tamp. Now, where is that competition form that arrived this morning, Miss McClackerty?
Here it is, sir.
This letter's from a big overseas buyer. They would like us to enter a competition to make the most unusual toy. Yes, I see. And you would like me to design something that would win this competition. Yes. If we won it, it would mean a lot of orders for the factory. Right. I'll get onto it straight away. In the dispatch department, Panjit is having trouble with his forklift truck. Did you come to see me for something special? Yes, we've finished making the humming tops. Can you come and collect them? I will be along soon shortly, when I've repaired my truck. What's gone wrong with it? I don't know, but it will only go backwards. Looks very complicated. Sorry, I can't help you, Panjit. Do not worry. I have thought of a way of making it work for today. Tomorrow, I will repair it properly. Mr. Sprott and Tracy are showing the manager the drawings of the new toy they've designed to win the competition. It's a walking, dancing, musical doll. Wonderful. You're very clever, Mr. Sprott. Thank you, sir. I think this will win the competition. I hope so. Which machine shall we use to make the doll? Bertha, of course. She's the best machine in the factory. You see, Roy, I have borrowed the big mirror from the factory washroom. This will allow me to drive backwards for today. Tomorrow, I will have time to repair the machine. Ted, Mr. Sprott has designed a new toy we want to enter in a competition. Can you program Bertha to make it? All right, Bertha, don't get excited. You can't give this important job to Bertha. Why not? The new super bumper and presser machine will make a much better job of it. Be quiet, Bertha. Now you've upset her. I don't care. As the foreman in the factory, I say that the new toy should be made on a modern, up-to-date machine. Yes, I suppose I must agree with Mr. Duncan. Come along, we'll put it on the new machine. That new machine isn't better than Bertha, Ted. Are these the last boxes of humming tops? Bertha is making nothing more today. Those are the last boxes. Right. Off I go then. Bertha is making something more today. What are you doing, Ted? Mr. Sprott left me the design for the new toy. I'm sure I could get Bertha to make a better doll than the new super bumper and presser machine. I bet she could.
Tea? Who would like a nice cup of tea?
Not now, thank you, Mrs. Tuck. We're busy.
Nobody seems to want their tea this morning. Where is everybody? They're all around that new machine, waiting for the new doll to be made.
Come on, let's go and have a look. There you are, Bertha. Show them that you're the best machine. Everyone is gathered around the new super bumper and presser machine, waiting to see the new toy. Well done, Mr. Sprott. This should win us the competition.
I'll set it dancing again. Oh dear, that has been badly made. I'm sure my calculations were right.
Nice try, Mr. Sprott. Perhaps we should have used Bertha after all. Are you, Mr. Duncan? Maybe. Don't worry, we did. Come and see what Bertha has made of your design, Mr. Sprott.
Well, I never.
It is wonderful.
I knew that design would work.
Only if it was made by the best machine. Good old Bertha.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today the sun is shining brightly, so at Spottiswoode and Company it is very hot inside the factory, and everyone is working slowly because of the heat. Bertha is making plastic bears that have to be blown up like a balloon, and she's hot too.
These plastic bears are so hot they're sticking to the bag.
Ted, these bears are coming out very hot. Turn the air hose on them and cool them down.
That's better.
Blow some air over me now.
And me? Oh, lovely.
Phew, it It's too hot to work, Ted. Send Tom to open the door wider and let some air in. Good idea. Tom, go and open the door wider. That silly Tom has gone and closed the door. Go and show him how it works, Roy. Let me show you. You see, Tom, you push this button to open the door, and that button to close the door. Open. Shut. Open. Shut. See? Oh dear, I forgot to tell him to stop. Now don't stop him, the door's acting like a fan.
Oh, that's a nice breeze. Much cooler.
That's right, Tom. Keep doing that. I think Tom has closed the door on somebody. You better go and see what's happened, Roy. Oh, it's you, Paget. And may I ask who it is that is playing the giddy goat with the door? Sorry, Paget. We were using the door as a fan, and you came along at the wrong time. Goodness me, that is some big damage. I will have to mend that before I can move any more boxes. Come on, Tom. We'll leave the door open.
Anyone like a nice cup of tea? It's too hot for tea, Mrs. Tupp. Nobody seems to want a cup of tea this morning. I'd rather have something cold to drink.
I'd rather have an ice cream.
That's a very good idea. I'll go and buy some. This bear is too big for the bag. This bear is too big for the box.
The bears are getting bigger and bigger, Ted. That's funny. I'd better adjust the controls. Come on, Bertha. What's wrong? Wow! That's a really big one. I can't understand what's happening. Roy, go and get Mr. Sprott.
What's gone wrong here? Why isn't Bertha working?
The bear she's making are too big, Mr. Duncan.
They won't go in the bag. They won't go in the box.
You see, it's almost as big as you are. My word, that is a big bear. And they're getting bigger all the time. And they stand up by themselves.
No, it's me, Mr. Sprott. I'm holding it up.
Ah, yes, I see. Sorry. Well, keep holding it up while I measure it. And, wide by, tall. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. You can put it down now. I can't understand what's happening. I think that bear is 4 times bigger than it ought to be. Yes, I know that, but what can I do about it? Well, now, let me see. Oh, well, it is hot in here. Let's have a look at the control board. Now, what can we do here? What can we do here? Just adjust this here, and, on there. Yes, well, there we are. That should have cured the problem. My word, that is the hugest bear I've ever seen.
What's gone wrong, Mr. Sprott?
Well, now, what is happening is this. These bears are being made out of plastic, and when plastic gets hot, it stretches. Today, because of the weather, Bertha is so hot that each bear she makes is being stretched bigger and bigger. This is why we have this enormous bear.
What should we do with it, Mr. Sprott?
Well, now, let me see. If it's all right and there are no holes in it, we could send it along to the shopkeeper who's selling our balloon bears. He could blow it up and stand it outside his shop as an advertisement. Yes.
That's a very good idea, Mr. Sprott.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Shall I blow it up to make sure there are no holes in it? Yes, do. It'll be most interesting to see how big it is.
Catch it, Roy.
Hold on to it, Roy. My word, that is a big one.
Ices? Ices? Cornets? Chalk ices? Lollies?
Good morning, Mrs. Tarp. You're looking very summery today.
Good morning, Mr. Sprott. Anyone for an ice cream?
Oh, I'll have a nice lolly. Oh!
Goodness, that is a big bear.
Yes, it is. And it appears to be stuck on the ceiling.
We'll need a big ladder to get it down.
I'll send Tom to get the ladder. Tom, take this to Paget. Off you go, Tom. Look what has happened to my forklift truck. I hope you come to say you're sorry. I accept your apology. Ted wants the long ladder. You'll have to help me carry it. Take this one back to the design office for tracing.
What shall we do with the bear when we get it down?
Let all the air out of it.
Good! You brought the ladder. Help me to hold it steady, Paget, so that Roy could climb up.
Steady on there, Paget. There, that is steady now, Ted. Tell me, please, why are you going up the ladder? To capture the flying bear.
Goodness, that is the biggest bear I've ever seen.
It won't come down, Ted.
Let all the air out of it, Roy.
Oh, ho, ho,
Oh, that was close. Oh, that was closer.
Ooh!
What was that went past my window, Miss McClackety?
It looked like a flying bear, sir.
A flying bear? Oh, what a wonderful invention. It's cooling down the whole factory.
Oh, sir.
Where's it gone, Miss McClackety? Oh, my word. Steady now.
Back to me a bit, Padgy, that's it.
I'm doing my best. What are you doing down there, Ted?
Oh! My ice cream!
That was a wonderful idea, Ted. The factory is much cooler now. How did you think of it?
I didn't, sir. Bertha made it, Mr. Sprott thought of pumping it up, and Roy let the air out.
Well done, Mr. Spot. Well done, Roy. And well done, Bertha.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you've a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today at Spotty's Wood & Company, Bertha is making garden gnomes. Tom takes them to Nell and Flo, who paint them in bright colours. These are the blocks that the gnomes are made from. Here are some more blocks, Ted. Thank you, Roy. We'll stack them down here.
I've given this one funny eyes, Nell. Well, I don't suppose it will mind. Do you have any gnomes in your garden? No, not in our garden. We only have weeds. I think I'll make this one special and give it a blue spot on the top of its hat. Oh, that does look special.
Good morning, Ted. Morning, Roy. Who are these little fellows?
They're garden gnomes.
What do they do in the garden?
They don't do anything. They just sit around next to flowers and things.
Why do they wear funny hats?
So that people will know that they're gnomes, of course.
Where can you buy them?
Oh, in gardening shops.
If I had a gnome in my garden, it would have to wear a turban.
Would it still be a gnome, then? Why don't you ask Ted to get Bertha to make you one with a turban?
That would be jolly nice. Could Bertha do that?
Bertha can do anything. Anything. Best machine in the factory.
I will do as you say. I will ask Ted to make me a gnome with a turban.
Hey, Flo, look at Mr. Duncan. Where? Over there. See?
Let's see.
Yes, I see him. He's writing things down on his clipboard. I wonder why.
All morning, Mr. Duncan has been watching people at work. He checks his watch and then writes on his clipboard. Mrs. Top next.
Nearly boiled, are we, Ernie? About another 5 minutes to go. Now, where did I put those currant cakes?
5 minutes, eh?
Oh, if you're waiting for a cup of tea, Mr. Duncan, it's not quite ready.
Ugh, it's all too slow.
Well, I never. I wonder what he wanted. Naught, cross, naught. I've won.
Now Mr. Duncan is watching Tracy in the design office.
Mr. Sprott isn't here at the moment, Mr. Duncan. Did you want to see him?
No, not now, no.
I wonder what he wanted. Did you want something, Mr. Duncan?
Well,
The manager is not here this morning.
I know. He and Mr. Sprott are at a meeting, so I am in charge of the factory until they come back.
Yes, I suppose you are.
And I've been going around the factory watching people
Why have you been doing that, Mr. Duncan?
to see how long it takes people to do their jobs. It's all down here. Everyone in this factory is working far too slowly. Time is money, Miss McClackety.
It's a very happy factory.
Aye, that may be so. But people are paid to work hard. There are some changes I am going to make.
Oh, dear. I don't think the manager will like that, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, he will when he reads my notes. It's all written down here.
I hope Mr. Wilmake comes back soon.
So, Paget, you'd like Bertha to make a gnome wearing a turban?
Yes, please, if it would not be too much trouble, Ted.
Let me have that one, Roy. Bertha's going to make a gnome with a turban.
There. I told you Bertha could do it.
All right, what's going on here? Nobody working as usual?
We've all been working very hard.
No, you haven't. You've been playing around. I have been watching you. It's all written down here.
So that's why he was watching us, Nell. He's been spying on us.
This is not spying. It is called time and motion study. It is to find out how fast people work and to see how quickly machines make things. It is this machine that's too slow. When you finish this job, Ted, I am closing Bertha down for good.
But Bertha's the best machine in the factory. She is too old and too slow. Ah! Oh! And far too clever by half. You can't close down Bertha.
What will happen to all of us?
You'll all be given other jobs to do around the factory.
What about Tom? He only works with Bertha.
He can keep the offices clean. In fact, he can start right now.
We must organise a protest. Later, that afternoon, Tracy went to see Miss McClackerty.
Miss McClackerty, what are we going to do? Mr. Duncan says that we're not working hard enough and he's going round the factory changing everyone's job. I know. I wish Mr. Wilmake was here. What's Tom doing here? This is his new job. He's not allowed to work with Bertha anymore. Oh, dear. Poor old Tom. I'm going to see Ted about this. I'll come with you. No, Tom. You stay here and tidy the office.
What on earth is going on here? That plant pot nearly hit me. Hello, Tom. Where is everybody? You shouldn't be up here. Come on, Tom. I want to see what has been happening during my absence.
Oh, Mr. Wilmake, thank goodness you're back.
What on earth's the matter, Miss McClackerty?
Mr. Duncan's closed down Bertha. She's not allowed to work anymore.
But Bertha's our best machine.
Bertha's best. 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 Bertha's best.
Now come along. Time to stop protesting and have a nice cup of tea. I haven't seen a teapot like that before, Mrs. Tupp. This is Mr. Duncan's idea to speed up the tea break.
Sorry, no more tea breaks this afternoon.
Now, what's all this protesting, Ted?
Don't shut down Bertha. Bertha is the best machine.
Bertha must stay. We like working with Bertha.
Bertha's best. Bertha's best. Bertha's best.
Ah, there is Mr. Duncan. Will you explain what's going on, Mr. Duncan? Whilst you've been away, sir, I've been reorganising the factory to make it more efficient.
But the factory works perfectly well as it is.
I've done a time and motion study, sir. Everybody works too slowly, especially this machine. It's all written down here. Where? Here? Eh? Where? Eh? Come along, Mr. Duncan. What have you got written down? Show me. A clipboard. My stopwatch! Yes, but where are they? Inside Bertha! Aha! Inside Bertha, eh? Then you've nothing to show me. Come along, Mr. Sprott. We must let Bertha get back to work.
Find something better to do with your time, Mr. Duncan. More motion, maybe.
You can stop your protest now, Ted. Everything is back to normal.
We can go on working with Bertha.
With me packing? And me stacking?
Yes, carry on, Ted. You can all go on working with Bertha.
Oh, I'm glad that's over. No, look. Well, I never. Would you believe it? That's Mr. Duncan's clipboard. And his stopwatch.
Good old Bertha. She knew what to do.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely. Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today at Spotty's Wood & Company, Bertha is making jumping kangaroos. Roy puts a battery inside each one before passing it to Tom. Nell is packing them into their kangaroo boxes. Flo is stacking them, ready for Panjit to take them to the dispatch department. Thank you, Flo. Should you be testing them, Roy? I tested one earlier. They're really good. I had to stop it jumping too high. How do they switch on? You lift up the tail. What, like this? Whoop. Catch it, Roy! Catch it, Tom!
Look out, Nell! Oh! What was that?
Here it comes! Got it! Missed it! Where's it gone now? Down there. Watch out, Flo!
Oh! My goodness!
What are those boxes doing, Mr. McClackerty?
and down, sir. What was that? What is all that noise, Mr. Sprott?
Noise? What noise? What's going on? I got it. Someone must be testing my kangaroos. They're working quite well, don't you think? What should we do, Ted? We'll have to wait until the batteries run down.
Tea's up. Oh! My trolley! Stop it, someone!
What do you make of this, Mr. Sprott? Rather splendid, don't you think, sir? Those leaping kangaroos are working awfully well, what, eh? But how do you stop them, Mr. Sprott? You just turn them off, sir. But how do you catch them to turn them off? I don't really know. So, it's back to the drawing board, eh, Mr. Sprott? Huh? Right so, sir. I think they're running down, Ted. At about time, too.
Well, I never. What a mess.
We'll have to open all these boxes and replace the batteries. Shall I put a new one in this fella, Ted? Yes, but be careful. We don't want to set it off again. I believe these belong to you. I phoned them over the other side of the factory. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Yes, well, be more careful in the future. That's me away home. Come on, Roy. Time to go home. You two, Nell and Flo, leave all that till the morning. Night, Ted. Goodbye, Tom. See you in the morning. It is night in the factory. Everything is still and quiet. Tom can't wait for the new day to start, and he can begin work again. Tom has heard something unusual. Someone is trying to force open the big doors.
Is this the place?
Of course it's the place.
Shh. Well, where's the safe then?
It's up in the office.
What office?
Up there, see? Come on. We mustn't make a mess. Leave everything tidy, okay?
Yeah. Leave everything tidy. Why?
So no one will know we've been here.
Oh.
You go first, Doris.
Why? You said you knew where the safe was.
Oh, yes. Come on.
Here, Bill. What was that?
What was what?
Oh, I thought I heard someone. Down there.
It's your imagination. There ain't here all night. I better use this.
Listen. What's that noise?
It's me trying to open a safe.
No, not that. That! Listen. It sounds like someone sweeping.
Go and have a look then.
I don't like this. I don't like it one little bit. Is there anyone down there? Bill! Bill!
200, 300, 400.
Bill!
What?
There is somebody down there. I heard them. Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, I'm nearly finished. Okay, let's go.
What was that?
Just listen.
Oh, no.
Wait for me. Bertha slipped on the oil and started Bertha.
Come on, Bill. Let's get out of here.
The bag. Don't drop the bag. When Mr. Wilmake, the manager, arrived at work the next morning, he found the safe open and the money gone. Oh dear. All the money for the wages has gone. This is awful. Miss McCluckety, you had better telephone for the police.
Very well, sir.
Mr. Duncan, you had better tell everybody the bad news. There's no money to pay the wages this week. Aye, sir. I will do that. I can't understand it, Roy. I'm sure I switched Bertha off before I went home. It's funny, isn't it? And where's Tom?
Here he comes. Oh, thank you, Tom.
I wonder what we got here last night. I can tell you that, Ted. Someone broke into the factory last night and stole all the money from the safe.
Oh, no. What? All the money?
Yes, the lot. So Mr. Wilmake has asked me to tell you that he's very sorry, but there'll be no money to pay the wages this week. But Bertha knows what really happened. Hey, what's this? It's full of money. Aye, so it is. It must be the money stolen from the safe. The money from the safe? You found the money? That's wonderful. It seems to be all there. Well done, everybody. We didn't do anything, Mr. Wilmake. It's a mystery. Bertha did it all. And Tom. Goodness me. Well, thank you, Bertha. And thank you, Tom. Now we can all be paid this week. Good. Well. Thank you, Bertha. You're not such a bad machine, after all.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This week at Spottiswoode and Company, Bertha is making building blocks of different shapes. Tom, the little robot, is helping to sort out the shapes for Nell to put into a box.
Tom's getting very clever at sorting out these bricks into sets.
Yes, he's learning all the time. It won't be long before he takes over Ted's job. It'll be a while before he does that, I hope. All he needs is a few more wires and circuits. Speed up, Bertha, and let's see how quickly Tom can sort out the shapes.
Ted, I'm running out of boxes to pack the bricks.
Send Tom down to Paget in the dispatch department with a note. Say we want some more boxes. Tom, take this note to Paget in the dispatch department. Just a moment, Tom. Let me finish stacking this box. All right, stop getting excited. Everyone is most anxious to get everything done at once. Now, what do you want? More boxes for Bertha. They're in the big shed outside. I'll have to go and get some. I'll see you back at Bertha. Poor Tom. The magnet he's picked up has upset all his circuits. He doesn't know which way to go. Hello, Tom. Do you want me? A note. Well, you're a clever little robot, aren't you, eh? More boxes for Bertha. Run out of boxes down there, have you? Well, the only boxes that I have are these. I'll collect as many as I can and take them to Bertha. Off you go, Tom. Mrs. Tupp is getting her tea trolley ready to take around the factory. Soon it will be time for a tea break. She is so busy, she doesn't see Tom arrive.
Oh! My word! You startled me. I didn't hear you come in. What can I do for you? Oh, I see you found one of my teaspoons. Thank you, Tom. And a note from me. More boxes for Bertha. Well, I don't know. What sort of boxes does Bertha need? The only boxes I have here are old cake boxes. I'll put as many of them as I can on my trolley and take them down to Bertha. There you are, Tom. You take this. Where did I put all those boxes? You'll have to stop Bertha, Ted. That was the last box. I can't pack any more bricks.
Tom's been gone a long time. I wonder where he's got to. He's probably helping Panjit with the boxes.
Here comes Panjit now.
I'm sorry I was so long bringing you the boxes, Ted. I had to fetch them from the shed outside. Thank you, Panjit. Where's Tom? Isn't he with you? No, I sent him back here.
Well, surely he can't have got lost between here and the dispatch department. Is Tom lost?
What's wrong with Bertha? I think she must be worried about Tom. All right, Bertha, don't get upset. We'll soon find Tom. He can't be far. I'll go to the dispatch department and see if I can find him. If I see Tom around the factory, I'll send him back to you. Thank you, Panjit. I got your note, Ted. I brought as many boxes as I could find. They're a bit greasy inside. Will they do? That's funny. How did you get my note, Mr. Duncan? The little robot brought it to me. You see Tom, then? Yes, with a note saying you needed some more boxes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Duncan. The note wasn't for you. Obviously, Tom's got himself lost.
Well, you better send someone to find him. Can't have a lost robot roaming around the factory.
Hello, Tom. What are you doing here? A note for me. More boxes for Bertha. I'm afraid I don't know anything about boxes for Bertha. The only boxes I have here are boxes of envelopes. I'd better have a word with the manager.
The note must mean that Bertha has used up all the packing boxes. You'd better get on the phone to the manufacturers and order a lot more, Miss McClackerty.
Yes, sir.
Here you are, Tom. Thank you for bringing the note. Now, off you go back to Bertha. Wonderful things, these mobile robots. I think the factory should have a lot more of them. Now, come on, Bertha, stop sulking. Tom will be here soon. Nell and Roy are both looking for him.
What shall I do with all these boxes Mr. Duncan has brought, Ted?
Stack them over there, Flo.
Hello, Ted. I got your note. The only boxes I could find are these old cake boxes. They're made of very thin cardboard, and some of them still have jam stuck to them. I hope they'll do.
Thank you for bringing the boxes, Mrs. Tupp, but the note wasn't meant for you. Tom seems to have got himself lost.
Little Tom lost? Oh, dear. Well, he can't be far. He came into my kitchen a few minutes ago. I'll go back and see if he's still there.
Thank you, Mrs. Tupp.
I hope Tom is still in Mrs. Tupp's kitchen.
So do I. If he isn't, I can't think where he'll be. In the design office, Mr. Sprott has invented some new building bricks. He and Tracy are trying to make them into a house.
It has fallen down again. I wish I could think of a way to make the bricks stick together. Then I could build them into a high wall.
The bricks could be made with a hole in one side and a peg on the other. Then they'd slot together.
Yes, that's very true, Tracy. But they wouldn't look like building bricks. Bricks should be smooth all over. There must be some way to make them stick together. What's that peeping sound?
Is it your watch, Mr. Sprott?
No, it isn't my watch. Is it your computer?
It's not my computer.
The sound seems to be coming from the door.
Tom, what are you doing here?
Well, I never. It's your mechanical friend come visiting.
I think there's something wrong with him.
No, he's all right. Look, he's brought a note. It says here that Bertha needs some more boxes. We don't have any boxes. I wonder why Ted sent him here.
He's only programmed to go to the dispatch department and back. Something must have happened to make him get lost. What have you got there, Tom? It's a magnet. He must have picked it up somewhere.
Why would a magnet make him get lost?
Because it would upset all the electronic circuitry inside him, and he wouldn't know which way to go.
Most interesting. Look at all those things he's collected on his magnet.
You can tell where he's been. A screwdriver from the dispatch department, a teaspoon from Mrs. Tupp's kitchen, and these paper clips must be from Miss McClackerty's office. You seem to have had a very busy morning, Tom. Come on. I'd better take you back to Bertha.
A magnet. Now, this gives me an idea.
I looked everywhere for Tom. There's no sign of him.
I couldn't find him either, Ted.
Well, we must keep looking until we find him. Bertha refuses to work.
I got your note, Ted. I've ordered a lot more boxes from the manufacturers. They should be here tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss McClackerty, but we don't need any more boxes. It seems that Tom's taken that note around the whole factory. I wonder how he got up to the offices.
I don't know. And I don't know what I'm going to do about all those new boxes I've ordered.
Here comes Tom! Where did you find him, Tracy?
He came to the design office with a note for more boxes.
Oh, now, he's been everywhere in the factory with that note. Everybody's been bringing us boxes. What made him get lost, Tracy?
He picked up a magnet from somewhere, and it made him go wrong.
Is he all right now?
He'll be fine if you keep him away from magnets.
Ted, how many sets of building blocks has Bertha left to make?
Another 60.
Good. And when you finish making those, I want you to start on some new ones I've just invented. Building blocks with magnets in them. So they'll stick together and you can build as high as you like.
That's a wonderful invention, Mr. Sprott. Mr. Willmake will be pleased.
Tom gave me the idea when he came to the office with that magnet.
Oh, I'm glad he's done something right today. OK, everybody, the excitement is over. Tom is back safe and sound. Let's start work again. As soon as we finish these, we'll start on your new building blocks, Mr. Sprott. It's a good thing Miss McClackerty ordered all those extra boxes.
Ted, when you start making the new blocks with the magnets in them, don't let Tom touch them, will you?
All right, Tracy. I won't.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, And anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, likely. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today at Spotty's Wooden Company, Bertha is making watering cans. Roy is checking to see that they're all right before he passes them on to Tom. Ted, Bertha has stopped. Yes. I wonder why she did that.
Maybe she's fed up with making watering cans. That's probably what it is. She's been making them for 3 days now.
No, I don't think she's fed up, no. Maybe something is stuck inside her. Bertha switched off, Ted. Eh? Yes, she is. How did that happen? I didn't do it. And Nell was packing and Flo was stacking. Who could have switched her off? Do you suppose Tom did it?
Oh, no. Tom didn't do it. He was helping me.
Well, somebody must have done it. Bertha wouldn't just switch herself off.
She might. If she was bored with making watering cans.
No, no, Bertha will go on working. Well, that is a mystery. Back to work, everybody. Not again! Bertha switched herself off again, Ted. Why does she keep doing that?
It's funny, isn't it? Like Ted said, it's a mystery.
Oh, switch her on again. Tom, come and stand here and see what happens. So what happened, Tom? So that's what's causing Bertha to stop. The lever's broken. We won't be able to make any more watering cans until that's repaired, Ted. No, you're right, Roy. I better go see Mr. Sprott.
What shall we do, Ted?
You can clear away those broken boxes. I shall be back soon. OK, Ted, I'll get the dumper truck. Throw the boxes into the dumper now.
my finger. Oh.
How did you do that now?
On the sharp edge of that old box. Oh. Let me see. Oh, it's only a scratch. But you'd better put something on it. I'll tie my handkerchief round it.
I think you ought to have a proper bandage on that now.
Yes. Your handkerchief might not be all that clean.
Mrs. Tupp has the first aid box in her kitchen. I'll send Tom with a note for her. Tom! Take this note to Mrs. Tupp in the kitchen. Ted is in the design office talking to Mr. Sprott about Bertha's broken lever.
Yes, that does sound serious. I don't know if we have any of those levers in stock, Ted. Before I can find out, I must know the part number. Now, these are the plans of Bertha. As you can see, some are very old.
How old is she, Mr. Sprott?
I don't rightly know. Bertha was here long before I came. You see, Bertha has been modernised over the years. Here we are. Is that the lever, Ted?
Yes, that's the one, the on and off lever.
Part number C246. Your computer, Tracy, and see if we have it in stock.
Right, let's have a look here. What can we find? Well, I'm afraid it looks as if we haven't got that particular lever in stock, Mr. Sprott.
I don't know what we're going to do then. Bertha can't make any more watering cans because she keeps stopping.
I'll come and have a look at her, Ted. Maybe something can be done. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Can't be long.
There's a very pleasant lady with a happy kind of job, and she's usually got a great big kettle boiling on the hob, because she, Mrs. Tupple, makes a cup of lovely fresh brewed tea. Oh, she's proud to be supplier now to all the factory. When the tea break comes, she's there with cakes and rolls and buns stacked on her trolley. On her trolley. The folks know they're in luck with the jolly Mrs. Tupp, as she can even turn to nursing, ease a bruise or patch a cut. They can find her in the canteen fixing food and teas and such for a trolley, for a trolley. Oh, the tea break, lovely tea break. What a good thing to relax, to have a cup of tea and chat. Oh, the tea break, lovely tea break. Time to take your ease and sit around just as you please. Oh, the tea break, lovely tea break. That's the time to just relax, to take a bite and have a chat. Mrs. Tupp, she makes a cup of lovely fresh brewed tea, and in addition gives a hand when everyone gets really busy. But when tea break comes, she's there with cakes and rolls and buns on her trolley, on her trolley. The jolly Mrs. Tupp with her tea trolley. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Mrs. Tupp, back in her kitchen, is tidying up. She has all the teacups to wash.
Hello, Tom. What have you got there? A note from me? Oh, dearie me. Nella's cut her finger and needs a bandage from the first aid box. Yes, well, she'll need a nurse to put the bandage on properly. I'd better check the first aid box. Bandages, sticky plaster, lint, Ointment, scissors. Everything we need is here, Tom. Now, if you will carry this for me, we'll go and see the patient. Come along, Tom.
I'll just go and dump these old boxes outside.
Is it still hurting, Nell? Yes, it's stinging. Oh, I wish Mrs. Tupp would hurry up.
What's the matter, Nell?
Nell's got her finger on one of those old broken boxes.
Oh dear, that can be nasty. You must have something done about it.
Mrs. Tupp is coming with the first aid box.
Good. Now, Ted, show me this broken lever on Bertha. Is this the one? Uh-huh. Yes. Well, we haven't got one of these in the factory. We'll have to buy a new one tomorrow.
But what we do about working this afternoon?
Yes, that is a problem, isn't it?
Put the first aid box down there, Tom. Let me see your finger, Nell. Oh, don't worry. It's not as bad as it looks. I'll put some ointment on first. It'll keep out the germs and make it feel better. Hold it there for me, Nell, while I get the bandage. Does it hurt, dear? It's throbbing a bit now. That'll soon go away. Hold the end, Nell, and I'll put some sticky plaster on it. Hold that for me, Tom. There now. That should do it. All right? Thank you, Mrs. Tupp. You're our tea nurse. Oh, Tom has got himself all stuck up with the tape. Stay still, Tom. There we are.
Hey, that gives me an idea. I think Bertha could do with some first aid, Mrs. Tupp.
Oh, dear. Has she been in the wars too?
She's got a broken lever. Bring your sticky tape. I've thought of a way of keeping Bertha working until we get a new lever, Mr. Sprott. Do you think you could put some sticky tape round that, Mrs. Tupp, to stop it switching off?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'll hold the lever on, and you put the tape around.
Is that all right?
That is splendid, Mrs. Tupp.
That should hold it on until we get a new lever.
Thank you, Mrs. Tupp. You make a jolly fine nurse.
What did Bertha say?
I think she said, thank you, Mrs. Tupp.
Oh, oh, she's welcome, I'm sure.
Here come the watering cans, Ted. Good old Bertha. Back to work, everybody.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, likely. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This afternoon at Spotter's Wood & Company, Bertha is making nuts and bolts. As each bolt is made, Nell and Flo screw on a nut and send them down to Tom, who puts them into the dumper truck. Roy is putting in the right lengths of steel rod, which Bertha uses to make the nuts and bolts. Aha! 20,745. Job nearly completed. In his office, Mr. Willmake, the manager, is reading the afternoon post. This is an order from Sprengers. They want to know if we have a machine that can make them special springs.
A new order? Good.
Look, they've sent a diagram with the specifications.
Yes, I see. Bouncy springs. How many do they want us to make?
365. We could get Bertha to make them. What's she doing at the moment?
She's making nuts and bolts.
That shouldn't take her very long. Mr. Sprott could reprogram her to make these special springs. Telephone him and see if he's busy.
Yes, sir.
In his office, Mr. Sprott is designing a new kind of bolt. Well now, what do you think of that?
What's different about this one, Mr. Sprott?
This bolt will be made out of plastic.
Is that a good idea?
A brilliant idea. It wouldn't rust if you left it out in the wet. It wouldn't hurt you if you accidentally dropped it on your foot. And if you happen to lose it, you could easily find it again because it is red.
Hello, design office.
Yes, yes. Plastic bolts are a good idea.
The manager would like to see you in his office, Mr. Sprott.
Right. I'm off. How many more bolts, Ted? 7. 1, 2, 6, 7. 6, 7. Right, that's the lot. All bolts made.
And the last nut going on.
Okay, then. That's the lot, Roy. Take them to the dispatch department. Good afternoon, Ted. I see that you've finished making the nuts and bolts. I have a very important job for Bertha, to make some special springs. What sort of springs, Mr. Willmake? I have the order here with a drawing. I have worked out all the calculations. Tracy put it on her computer. Here is the card to program Bertha. To make this sort of spring, we'll need special steel. And I think Paget has got some in the dispatch department. Good. We'll get some and start work. How many springs does Bertha have to make? 365. All right, Mr. Willmake. I'll let you know when they've been made. Tom! Find Roy and go with him to the dispatch department. He'll ask Paget to let you have some whippy, springy steel. Off you go.
The young apprentice Roy joined the factory as a boy, a willing pair of hands whenever time and need demands. Though he might be shy at talking, he thinks very hard while working, climbing to success, and he won't be second best. Dreaming time away. He's thinking of the time when fortune smiles and comes his way. Dreaming time away. His favorite little pastime, going through the day. Dreaming time away. His favorite little pastime, going through the day. He likes to think about the time when promotion comes online, the moment he'll be boss and then become the driving force, sitting proudly at the big desk on the main first floor, his name across the entrance of the manager's door. He's only dreaming time away. He's thinking of the time when fortune smiles and comes his way. Dreaming time away. His favorite little pastime, going through the day. Dreaming time away. His favorite little pastime, going through the day.
For me? Thank you. Springy steel from Paget. Okay, come on, Tom. Paget! Hey, what are you doing up there? Ah, it is most fortunate that you have come, Roy. I'm in a bit of a fix. You see, I've raised myself up here, but cannot lower myself down again. Would you mind pulling the lever with the red knob on top? This one? That is most kind of you. Unfortunately, my ladder is broken and I had to reach those boxes on the top shelf. So, like the clever dick I am, I pulled the lever and went up on the machine. But when I wanted to come down again, I couldn't reach the lever. So I was well stuck up there until you came along. Yes, that was a silly thing to do. I said that to myself many times while I was waiting up there. What can I do for you? Ted has sent us to fetch some whippy springy steel. Bertha's going to make some springs. Ah, yes, I have some special springy steel, but you'll have to be very careful when you move it. Why? Because it is very whippy and springy and very hard to move from one place to another. Come, I will show you. Is that it? This is it. Looks all right to me. Paget, get hold of the other end. No, thank you. I've had a bad time with this steel already. It took me 2 days to put it where it is now. Oh, Tom, get hold of the other end. I see what you mean, Paget. Now, how do we get it back to Bertha? You must hold it very gently and walk very carefully. Okay, let's try. Tom, move very slowly. Steady. Tom, steady. Whoa, I can't hold it. Tom, come back. What was that now?
I don't know. What was that, Flo? I think it was Tom.
Have you seen Tom?
He went that way. being chased by something.
What's wrong, Roy? Tom got hold of some of the springy steel and he can't let go. Whew. I better go after him. Now, wait till he comes round again and then we can grab him. What was that? Here he comes. Get ready to grab him as he passes.
Oh! Oops! Well, Tom's all right. He had a bit of a fright, that's all.
Well, now that we have the springy steel, we can make some springs. Feed it into Bertha, Roy.
How are you getting along, Ted?
This'll be the first one, Mr. Sprott.
It's not quite right. Try again, Ted. Square springs. Most unusual. I must have got my calculations wrong. Do something, Ted. Rounder, I think, and a bit thinner.
Anyone for tea?
Still not right. We need to get Bertha the actual size and shape of springs to make.
I think I have the answer. Look what Mrs. Tupp has got in her hair.
Right, Joe. Yes, I see it. Mrs. Tupp, may I borrow one of your curlers?
Oh, with pleasure.
It's the same size and shape of the springs we have to make.
But I need it back.
Of course, Mrs. Tupp, as soon as Bertha has had a good look at it. Well done, Bertha. Exactly right. Here you are, Mrs. Tupp, and many thanks.
You're welcome, sir.
Now that Bertha knows what to make, we can get on and make 365 springs. What shall we do with these, Mr. Sprott?
Anything you like. I don't think they're of much use.
I've got an idea. I'll take them to Panjard. Are you sure about this, Roy? Try, Panjard. Jump. Oh, my goodness, they work. Thank you, Roy. Don't thank me. Thank Bertha.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today, at Spotty's Wooden Company, Bertha is making cuckoo clocks. Roy tests each one. He sets the hands to 3 o'clock. This one's working all right, Ted. Here you are, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. There you are, Flo. Don't stack them too high, Flo. We don't want them falling down. All right, I won't. Oh, you better give me a hand, Nell.
Try that one with the hands at 4 o'clock, Roy. It's okay, Ted. Nell is helping Flo stack the boxes and doesn't know that Tom is waiting. Tom wonders why the bird keeps hiding in the clock.
Oh, this one is broken, Roy.
That's funny. It was all right just now. Did you do this, Tom? We've got a broken one here, Ted. Broken? Let me try it. I wonder how that happened. Put it to one side, Roy. Try the next one with the hands at 5 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Ted. Why do they call them hands? They look more like arms to me. I suppose because they point to the numbers. But you can't point without using your arms, can you? I mean, like this.
I think Roy wants something now. He's waving at you. Oh, yes. Did you want something, Roy?
No, it's all right now. I was just using my arms to point.
At what?
We were talking about hands on a clock. Yes, those things that point at the numbers, Nell. Why are they called hands and not arms?
I don't know. Why are hands on a clock called hands, Flo? Because they've always been called hands. It would be daft to start calling them arms.
Why? I mean, you point with your arms, don't you? Like this. Mrs. Tupp, the tea lady, thinks Roy is waving to her.
All right, I'm coming. Everyone's in a hurry for their tea.
Panjid also thinks that Roy is waving at him. Very well, I shall be along soon. Everybody wants their boxes collected at once.
Oh, oops.
I am very sorry, Mrs. Tupp. I was driving most carelessly. I hope I haven't spilled your tea.
That was quite a bang you gave me, Panjid.
I am sincerely sorry. I was hurrying, you see, because I thought Roy was waving at me.
He was waving at me. That's why I was hurrying. There, you see? I'm coming! I'm coming!
I'm coming! I'm coming! I must be more careful and not drive so fast.
Here comes Mrs. Tupp. Oh, good. Time for a cup of tea. I came as fast as I could.
We'll let Mrs. Tupp settle the argument. Mrs. Tupp, do you point with your arms or your hands?
My finger. Like this.
Quite right, Mrs. Tupp. Perhaps we'd better call them fingers on the clock.
Do you know what I've often wondered? What? Why it's called a clock face? I should have a nice cup of tea, love, and stop worrying about clocks.
In the design office, Mr. Sprott is working on a new clock that he's just invented. Put this piece there. That's right. Good, good. And that piece there. Splendid. It's ready to go.
What makes it work, Mr. Sprott?
Most clocks have to be wound up or have a battery. This one will work with just one jug of water.
Really?
I'll show you. Pass me that jug of water, please. But take the flowers out first. That's it. Now, watch. The water drips slowly from this valve and onto this propeller, making it turn. Inside the clock, all the cogs and wheels begin to go round, making the hands on the clock move and show the time.
Mr. Sprott, you're a genius.
Well, it took a bit of working out. I must check it to see it keeps good time. It doesn't tick like an ordinary clock, but if you listen carefully, you can hear it going splat, splat, splat.
It's very quiet.
Yes, yes. This is a very restful sort of clock. As you quite rightly say, you can hardly hear it working.
That's because it stopped.
Oh dear. The water isn't dripping. The valve must be stuck. I'll soon fix that.
Oh, you're all wet, Mr. Sprott.
Mm-hmm. Now my watch has stopped.
Well, you'll just have to invent another sort of clock.
Yes. It's time I got back to the drawing board.
And time I got some fresh water for the flowers.
Miss McClackerty has been finding time to tidy her office. At the back of the filing cabinet, she's found some old papers.
Well, I never. Fancy that.
Come in.
Mr. Wilmake, I found some old papers about Bertha.
Really? Let me see.
It says that Bertha first came to the factory 50 years ago.
That must have been in my grandfather's day.
It says she came here 50 years ago tomorrow. Tomorrow is Bertha's birthday.
By Jove, so it is. We ought to have a celebration.
Have a birthday party with presents for her.
What sort of presents can you give a machine?
Ted could give her some new oil. Roy could give her a spot of paint. We could all polish her and make her look grand.
I could give her the day off.
Mrs. Tupp could make her a birthday cake, and we could have a party tomorrow morning.
A splendid idea, Miss McClackerty. Tell everybody about the anniversary and say we'll meet at Bertha tomorrow morning. Bertha, 50 years old. My word. Well.
The next morning, Mrs. Tupp arrived early to make Bertha's birthday cake. Tom wants to help her.
All right, Tom. You can give me a hand to ice the cake.
Ted, Roy, Nell and Flo also arrived early to make Bertha look her best.
You've got to look your best today, Bertha.
I'll just tighten this up a bit. Bertha wonders what all the fuss is about. It's nearly time. Gather round, everybody. Happy birthday, Bertha. Happy birthday, Bertha.
Many happy returns, Bertha. Happy birthday, Bertha. Fancy being 50.
Happy birthday, Bertha. Yeah, you're not so bad for such an old machine. A very merry birthday, Bertha. I would just like to say how proud we are of Bertha and to say thank you to her for the 50 years she has worked in the factory. As a birthday treat, I'm giving her the day off. Well, how about that? No work today, eh, Bertha? And since this is such a special day, I think my grandfather, who first brought Bertha to the factory, should be here to share it. Come on, Mrs. Tupp.
I'm here. Phew, I'm all puffed. It's all been such a rush. Now, who would like a nice cup of birthday tea? Where's the birthday cake, Mrs. Tupp? Ah, yes. That has been brought by my new helper. Oh, that looks very nice, Mrs. Tupp.
It looks lovely.
Really smashing.
Thank you, Bertha. You really are the best machine.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Whoa, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you have a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
Today at Spotty's Wooden Company, Bertha is making beach balls for the summer season. But inside the factory, the heating system has broken down and everyone is working in their outdoor clothes. It is winter and very cold.
Number 5, Flo. OK, now. Oh, it's freezing.
Come on, Bertha. You're so slow. Ted, can't you get Bertha to work any faster? We're all getting very cold waiting around.
It's this winter weather making her work so slowly.
Gosh, what's this?
Oh dear, that's not a beach ball. Looks nothing like a beach ball.
It looks like a big snowball.
It is a big snowball.
Another one.
Another snowball. 2 snowballs.
People won't want to buy these to take to the beach in summer.
You're right. I better stop Bertha before she makes any more.
Mr. Duncan, the foreman, has come to see what is wrong.
What's happening here, Ted?
I've had to switch her off, Mr. Duncan. Bertha's so cold she's making snowballs instead of beach balls.
Well, they're not much use, are they?
Shall we pack them, Mr. Duncan? Put them in a net with the others?
No. Put them to one side and wait for them to melt. You'll probably find a beach ball inside.
Tom, put this in the corner.
I'll help you, Tom. Now stay there. Oops! Ooh!
Are you playing snowballs, Flo?
Thank you, Roy. Oh, I've got a cold bottom.
Start her up again, Ted. I know it's cold, but Bertha must keep working.
Right now, Mr. Duncan. But she won't like it.
Look at that. Shall I pack this one, Mr. Duncan? Or shall I put it with the snowballs?
Leave it there. There's something wrong with this machine.
Yes, she's freezing.
Well, you have to find a way of keeping her warm until Mr. Sprott has repaired the heating system.
Tracy is helping Mr. Sprott to find out what is wrong with the factory's heating.
Please hurry up, Mr. Sprott. I'm so cold I don't think I can hold the ladder much longer.
I'm afraid it'll be a while yet, Tracy. I can't see what's gone wrong. The hot water is not getting from the boiler to the fan.
Maybe one of the pipes is blocked.
That's probably what it is. Well done, Tracy. Give me a spanner.
Spanner.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Torch.
You left the torch up there, Mr. Sprott.
Yes, so I did.
I have an electric fire at home, Ted. If I went and fetched that, it might keep Bertha warm.
Yes, that's a good idea, Roy. You go and get a fire, and I'll take this and show it to the manager.
Right. Shan't be long.
Up you come.
Oops. Oops.
Let me help you, Ted.
If you and Flo lift it up, I'll put my arms underneath.
Whoops! I can't hold it. How do we do it, Ted?
A very frosty morning to everyone. What is that there?
That's a beach ball in a block of ice. Bertha made it.
Goodness me, that is something I've never seen before. What is it for? Winter sports?
Put it on there now while I have a think.
You cannot leave it there. I have work to do.
Oh, you poor dears. You look so cold. What about a nice hot cup of tea to warm you up? My hands are so cold. What about you, Ted?
Not just now, Mrs. Tupp. I've got to get this block of ice up to the manager's office.
It's very difficult to carry. Because it's so slippery. It would be. Bertha must be very cold to make a thing like that.
Whoops, it's slipping. Let me help you, Ted. Thank you, Tom. Now, why didn't I think of that? Hold the net open, Paget. That's it. Now I can take it up to the manager's office. Good morning, Miss McClackety. I'd like to see the manager.
Good morning, Ted. I'll tell him you're here. Mr. Wilmake, Ted is here to see you.
Thank you. I will be right out.
Golly, what's that?
That is a beach ball frozen in a block of ice. Good morning, Ted. My word, where's that come from? Bertha made it.
Bertha made a beach ball in a block of ice?
Yes, sir. That and 2 large snowballs.
Bertha must be as cold as I am.
Bertha is right next to the big double doors, the coldest place in the factory.
Well, we must find a way of keeping Bertha warm and make sure that those doors stay closed.
Roy has gone over to fetch an electric fire.
That's very good of him. Has Mr. Sprott found out what is wrong with the heating system yet, Miss McClackety?
I'll go and see, sir.
I've brought you all a nice hot cup of tea.
Thank you, Mrs. Tupp. I'll have mine when I get back.
Right, oh dearie. I'll save you a nice warm sausage roll. Here you are, sir. I think beach balls look very pretty in blocks of ice.
Mr. Sprott and Tracy are looking at a plan of the factory's heating system, trying to see which pipe is blocked. And that pipe leaves here, goes around there,
Turns a corner there,
drops down here,
goes up there,
turns another corner here,
and stops up there.
Hello, Miss McClackety.
Have you found out what's wrong, Mr. Sprott?
Yes, we've discovered which pipe may be blocked. It won't be long now. We'll soon have the heating back on.
I hope so. Everyone is freezing. Bertha's so cold, she's producing snowballs.
Dear me, that won't do. Tell Ted to keep her warm. We must all try to keep warm.
I would need a hot water bottle to do that.
Ah, that's a brilliant idea, Tracy. There must be plenty of hot water bottles in the dispatch department.
Yes, the big order for hot water bottles that we made last month, they haven't been sent to the chemist shops yet.
I'll go and see Paget.
Yes, find as many as you can. Now, Tracy, back to work. Hey, where are the tools I asked for?
Up there, Mr. Sprott.
Ah, yes, so they are.
Where would Paget have put the hot water bottles? Let me see. Ah, in here. Ted, could you take these to Mrs. Tupp and tell her to fill them with hot water? Then she could give them to everyone to keep warm.
Good idea, Miss McClackety. Paget, give me a hand here, will you? In her kitchen, Mrs. Tupp has boiled a lot of hot water to make some more tea. Mrs. Tupp!
Hello, Ted.
I need your help with these hot water bottles. I want you to fill them up with hot water and take them around to everybody to put inside their overalls.
Now, that's what I call a good idea. That should keep them warm.
Mr. Wilmake has come to see the snowballs that Bertha has made.
Most unusual. Inside each one of these, there must be a beach ball.
Careful, sir. They're very slippery. Oh, no.
What is that, Flo? Ah!
Oh, poor Mr. Willmake. Oh! Stop it, Tom. Oh, just hold on to me, Mr. Willmake. Oh, help! I'm slipping.
This is like a skating rink. Don't push, Nell.
Ouch!
Sorry, Nell.
Sorry, Mr. Willmake.
I've got the electric fire. You all right, Roy? Yes, thanks, Ted. I got the fire. I hope it'll work.
My word, what a sneeze!
Bertha's caught a cold. Where's Mrs. Tupper, the hot water bottles?
I'm here, I'm here. I heard the sneeze. Oh, poor old Bertha. Put these around her quickly.
We've done it, Mr. Willmake. We found the blocked pipe. The heating's working again.
Phew, yes, I can feel it. Yes, it's certainly getting warmer.
Yes, yes, well done, Mr. Sprott. And well done, Tracy. It will be wonderful to have a warm factory again. Where is Miss McClackety? Has anyone seen Miss McClackety?
Well, I never. I'm warm again, but now I'm trying to keep my feet dry.
That's because the heat has melted the block of ice and left a pool of water.
It's like being at the seaside.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Bertha, lovely Bertha, you are a lovely machine, and anyone who works with you will know just what I mean. Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you. Clicking in the day, flashing in the night, your computer is shining brightly. Some people say you've a mind of your own, and I think that's very likely, Oh, Bertha, lovely Bertha, sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.
This week at Spotty's Wooden Company, Bertha is making plastic bath sponges. Ted is pouring in the sponge-making liquid. And Roy is ready with the air. I'm ready, Ted. How about you, Tom? Right, if we're ready, we can get started. Yes, okay, yes. Right, go! Nell and Flo are waiting for Bertha to make the first sponge. Nell is ready to pack, and Flo is ready to stack. Come Oh, Bertha, come on. Shall we let in some more air, Ted? Yes, but not too much, or we'll have more holes than sponge. More air, Tom! What's the hold-up?
I don't think Bertha likes making sponges, Flo. I thought sponges came from the bottom of the sea. Yes, well, real ones do.
Nothing yet, Ted. I don't know what's happening here. Now, let me see. That sounds better. Here they come.
I think they're too small, Ted. You couldn't have much of a bath with that.
I think it needs more air. More air, Roy. More air, Tom. Stop, stop, there's too much. Stop, Tom, stop. The tap's stuck, Ted. It won't turn off. Phew, that stopped it. I hope we haven't let in too much air. Wow, cool.
I think that one's going to be too big, Ted.
I wonder what is wrong with Bertha today. I think I better make some more adjustments.
Like I said, I don't think she likes making plastic sponges.
My goodness, that is the biggest sponge I have ever seen. Yes, it's a mistake. Will you take it away for us, Paget? Yes, most certainly, when I've delivered this. What's in there, Paget? I do not rightly know. Mr. Duncan told me to collect it from the yard. It came this morning by large lorry. Now, come along, come along. What's the hold-up, Paget? What's in the crate, Mr. Duncan? You'll find out all in good time. Bring it this way, Paget. I wonder what's in there. OK, let's get back to work. We'll move the sponge off the conveyor belt. Up your end now. Steady, steady. It's not heavy, just awkward. Put it down. That's right. Oh.
I hope Bertha doesn't make any more big ones like that.
All right, Ted. I will take this and put it in the store shed. Mr. Duncan wants everyone to go to the other end of the factory, Ted. He's going to open up the crate. Come along, let's go and see what all the mystery's about. Right, gather round, everybody.
I can't stay long, Mr. Duncan. I've got to get the tea trolley ready.
We won't be needing the tea trolley anymore, Mrs. Top, because in here we have an automatic vending machine.
What is an automatic vending machine, exactly?
You will soon see, Flo. Give me a hand here, Roy.
Well, I never.
Now pay attention while I explain. By pressing any of these buttons, this machine will automatically make you tea, coffee or hot chocolate, with or without milk, with sugar or no sugar at all. In fact, this wonderful machine will make it any way you like it. I like it best the way Mrs. Tubb makes it. This machine will make it much faster and so save time on tea breaks.
I will demonstrate. Plug it in for me, Roy. Keep back, Tom. Now, if anyone wants a nice cup of tea, this is what you do. Press the button for tea, press the button for milk, press the button for sugar. And there you are, a nice hot cup of tea. That's all there is to it.
Does that mean I'm not the tea lady anymore?
You'll still serve tea to those people in the offices, Mrs. Top.
This thing is doing me out of a job. I'm going to have a word with the manager.
I'll come with you, Mrs. Top.
Do you want to try it, Nell? I'll give it a go. What would you like, Flo? Tea with milk, but no sugar. Thanks, Nell. I think I'll have the same.
I suppose it is a jolly clever machine. Yes, but it doesn't give you a current bun like Mrs. Top. It seems that Tom has found a new friend. Upstairs in the office, Mrs. Tupp is complaining to the manager.
This new hot drinks machine is doing me out of a job, Mr. Willmake.
You mustn't be upset, Mrs. Tupp. When Mr. Duncan suggested buying the machine, I thought it would save you a lot of work.
That machine will never take the place of Mrs. Tupp.
You must give it time, Ted. I'm sure people will soon get used to it.
I've just had a call from Mr. Duncan, sir. That new drinks machine has broken down already.
Good gracious, that didn't last long.
He said something about Tom playing about with it. Tom? We better go and see.
Who did this? Tut, 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 tut. That machine had cost a fortune. What has happened here, Mr. Duncan? I don't know, sir. I came past and found this. I think the little robot has been playing about.
He didn't mean any harm. He probably thought he'd found a new friend to play with. Well, I never. It's blown up. I'd better go and make us all a nice cup of tea.
What are we going to do with this machine now?
Oh, I'll soon have this repaired, sir. Then we can keep it for when Mrs. Tupp is away on holiday and things.
Yes, yes, that is a splendid idea, Mr. Sprott. Now we'll have to get all this mess cleaned up.
Bertha's just made the very thing to do that, Mr. Willmake. It's a giant sponge.
Good old Bertha.
the little robot in the factory. He's entirely run by electronic wizardry. Whenever he's working and happens to be near, everyone can hear his signal singing loud and clear. He's a lovely little robot, and he feels just like a friend. He helps with all the tiresome jobs that never seem to end. Everyone just loves to see him, hopes nothing will go wrong. It's great to hear him buzzing round and bleeping out his song. T-O-M, Bertha's robot son. It's a sight to see him working, electronically talking. T-O-M, Bertha's robot son. It's super since he's been here, helping everything along. T-O-M, Bertha's robot son. It's super since he's been here, helping everything along. He's a lovely little robot, and he feels just like a friend. He helps with all the tiresome jobs that never seem to end. Everyone just loves to see him, hopes nothing will go wrong. It's great to hear him buzzing round and bleeping out his song.
These sponges are just the right size. They fit the sponge bag nicely. Oh, that's good. And that big one really came in handy, eh?
Good old Bertha, you've done it again.
Bertha, lovely Bertha. Sometimes I think you're a dream. When we work out what you have to do, you can always turn the goods out, always turn the goods out. We can depend upon you.